Right, here we are again. Five-a-side footballing. I've had no sound from it. I had to work out what was going on with my computer again, and it always baffled me. Right, I'm setting the camera up. The time is 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40 seconds gone by. 45. It's the 19th of November 2010, and it's roughly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm starting off with the short dribbling again. And I managed to get hold of a ball with some hair on this time. But as you can hear, it sounds a bit heavy, doesn't it? That was a... even if I show on my shelf, Mish Money Penny, that was a good first run. So I took my normal outdoors ball just in case I didn't get a decent ball. So in the end up for the multi-ball system. That wasn't very good, was it? Tried to recover, but still managed to hit the cone. And as a result, a bit of a lazy finish. I'm wearing today Southampton kits from about either late 90s or early 2000s. I chose it because it's sponsored by Friends, and I like to consider myself sponsored by Friends as well. Particularly the D Cup. Bad start. Bar. Oh, I have tea. You missed a sneeze earlier. Very good. I got into a good rhythm there. I've switched ends with the Panasonic camera, primarily because the curtain gets in the way. And as I'm left-footed, it's best to have the main camera pointing down the left-hand side, where I can then use the wall to play off and do this, that and the other, which you will see later. I've got a bit of a chest infection, so I'm not at my speediest. Didn't quite catch that one. And I ran onto that one. He started on my left foot and I missed the goal. I'm wearing a heart rate monitor and I managed to get my foot pad working this time with the Garmin 405 tracking device. And it, amazingly, bearing in mind I was born in '66, reckoned my best steps per minute was 66. That was very nice. Worth the cones and a nice finish. I'd watched myself and edited some footage from the 15th of July, and I noticed I was collecting the ball off the wall the same way all the time, so I was trying to vary it today. So that was an outside of the right foot touch. I didn't have long by the time I got the court organised, So I'm sort of rushing through the things I had on my list to do. I still haven't checked whether I've done everything on my list. I think I did. Another. Even if I show myself again. What's the cones? Bit fast, perhaps? Yes. Got through though. I listened to the audio this time to see if I say anything to interact with myself. And so far I haven't. But all I can do know is it's difficult to talk and listen on headphones at the same time. Right, I'm now trying some shots off. Oh no, no, not. That's just a collect off wall. That was a bit scruffy-ish, but not too bad. And nice shot. And some heavy breathing. Yeah, it's just got cold this week. It is recording, isn't it? Is that recording, Archie? Because I've lost the buttons now. So I'm going to go with my normal outdoor ball. Good run. Got under it a bit, didn't I? Apparently I covered 3 miles. According to the computer when I got home. Yeah, that was a bit... In the end, it was too low for a chest, and so it was a bit of a messy collect off the wall. I should use my leg in the end, really, but went for my chest, and it was too low. That run, I would say, it wasn't the greatest, but I did at least recover from it. And a nice finish. Improvised. Headers on my list. So there was one, but I missed. That wasn't high enough for a header. So I used my thigh. Right, this is probably some volleys now. Or... no, not a header. I was there, you know. Back heel off the wall. To get going. I was doing too many of the jumps and using the inside of my left foot on the 15th of July, so try to be varied today. Right, the volleys at last, or the shots coming off the wall. But I like those two. Last week, of course, I struggled to get my foot over the ball. Everything went high. I managed to get some good shots today. The hardest part was getting it to be a volley. It drops so fast. I tried a few of those as well. Basically, I'm trying to kick it hard against the wall, then flick it up and then flick it over my head, and then run onto it and shoot. I should have tried it a bit harder in the end. Nice shot. The time is 10 and 30 seconds. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. That person who was leading the marathon last week lost in the end. I had to stop through exhaustion. It wasn't great because I didn't quite flick it over my head, and I didn't do a very good shot at that one. But you know, it's practice, isn't it? Practice. That was a bit high, wasn't it? I'm very sorry. Just straightforward run, ignoring those little pesky cones. I'll try again. Again, not really. Oh, so I changed direction, which is what I need to do. That wasn't what I was trying to do. And I sliced the shot as well. I seem a bit less flat-footed this week as well. That was a thigh to get it over. I can't remember whether that went in or not. I heard the goal. I had to put the goals up myself because no one came to put stuff up for me. And I didn't realise I had to fasten it to the wall. After that shot, I've realised. This is more time now. Be spending time chaining the goal to the wall. Yeah, it was a good run as well, but I hit the crossbar. I do some of those shots against the wall and flicks at this end as well, so don't worry. Can't remember if I score. I think I score eventually. That's better. That's what I was trying to do. I think that one went in, yeah. It would have been better if I could have done a volley, but half volleys or one bounce was the best I could do today. Oh, of course, I've had my hair cut since the last time as well. Did it myself. It took me ages. I didn't have a way of checking. Sliced. Didn't have a way of checking. I should pull up though. If I'd done the back properly, I'd use my fingers to feel. It didn't look too bad. But it did make me wonder once I'd finished how I ever had hair in the first place, as much as I did. Because when it's cut short, it doesn't look much there, does there? Too much bounce. Good shot though. And again, ran all that way at speed, which someone of my age and lordiness is hard to do. And I put it wide. He agrees. Right, collect off the wall, and the best thing I did there was, that's a good term, up again, but the best thing there really was the fact I did the camera. It's good. Collect off the wall and turn and run. That's actually a missed. Right, I'm now going to have an attempt at the Roberto Carlos again. Outside of the left foot, so it spins from left to right, back to left. That was too much. Not enough height. And I missed the follow as well. This next one will be the same. So there'll be some dead commentary now, because I'm going to get a cup of tea again. So I just missed the successful one then. Right. That was just a bit too high for a volley. I didn't have a clue where it had gone once it came off my leg. Right, off the chest and we'll put away. And again. That was from halfway. That was again well done. I'm watching it on the software player, the players provided by the camera manufacturer, and it's very silly. It's quite jerky at times, so the fast action is not very good to watch. And as I say, it's the software provided by the camera manufacturer. It's rather stupid, isn't it? Right. Looks like I missed the success for Roberto Carlos. Never mind. I wasn't too bothered about the fact that it was too high. Or what's coming up now, is it? Let's see. It's from about 30 yards, I reckon. Yeah, then again. I wasn't that bothered by the fact it was too high. I did miss it then, yeah. Getting it on target on the right line was the most important thing. It's only a 5-side goal after all. That's from my things I did too many of. That would have bent back enough in the end. Well, given another 200 yards perhaps. Luckily I had the two balls. I took a bit of air out of the green ball as well. It still sounds like a cannonball, doesn't it? Right, another attempt. Outside of the foot. And again, too high. Good line. A nice height. I wasn't that bothered. I was glad that it had a nice bit of height and it was on line. Because let's be honest, you can't exactly do them in 5-a-side football anyway. Right, genuine volley. You see, it comes down to too fast off the wall. I don't know how you get on with this commentary, but I've got better to listen to what I say. I can't really understand what I'm saying. I'm now going to have a go at Dink. And guess what happens? Too high again. And I should have taken that to the side as a shot rather than straight on. Again, that's about 30 yards. Thinking, dinked it too far. After that very good first attempt, it all went a bit bad after that, as you'll now see. Sit. Sit. Did. That was a good length. I took a bit of pace off, but because I reckon it's confused me, moving the ball to the left, a bit more to the left. Everything now goes left. Well, I felt obliged to do some facility voices. That's even further left. Again, right distance. I missed. The second voice sounded a bit like Bright and Blessed. That wasn't bad with my right foot. Yeah, my right foot swinger. I think hit the crossbar. Or just over. Hard fingers crossed then. Oh, that. Nice low free kick. That was planned. And it's easier to do than outdoors because the ground's flat, and that was so disappointing. Nice back heel off the wall, and it's one post, rolls all across the goal, and it's the other one. Too much spin. Yeah, doing outdoors is trickier because the ground slopes away a bit. So you have to hit the ball down as opposed to just level. Right, I'm now going to do some longer dribbles. Let's have my breath back after putting these cones down. Shame, right foot. Good run though. Yeah. Nice touch of the wall, but then disaster. Here's the first cone. I'm just missed, but successful all the same. And that was bound to have gone in. I can't remember. Again, I was trying different ways of taking the ball off of a shot against a wall or the back. Not bad. That way, enough for the ball. It's going in anyway. Oh, no. That's supposed to be a bit more of a touch on my left foot there. Just the faintest of touches. Good run though. Supposed to push it more to the right, but just a very, very faint touch there. And the old crayfish turnish. Is it recording? I hope it's recording, otherwise I haven't recorded, have I? Right, basically, that may look a bit petulant to the uninformed. Basically, I was too tired to pick them up and put together, and I was running out of time as well. Right, on my list was some. Oh, is it penalties first? Yeah. So I was trying to work out how to do a 5-side penalty. That one was too high. Yeah, some 5-side penalties. Because one step, isn't it? Trying to work out how to do one step. That's right. That's left. And I'm going to try some dinks. It took a while to get the feel right off one step. So that was... had to be a very thin goalkeeper, went into the ground very quickly. That one was better. Not quite high enough. That one was too high. So there you have it. Penalties. Expertly dealt with. Oh. I did get to the fastest I could run at one point. Obviously I had to slow down at the other end. But I did get to the point during the dash where I couldn't really go any faster. Right, also on my list was some back heels. That's just a swipe. Back heels and some headers. So I think that's the bit that's coming up next. Keep you up as I kept to 10. At most. Because of time constraints. That hit the post as well. I didn't quite catch it, to be honest, though. But that hit the post as well, with the back heel. At last, I'll do one. One. That's it. And right foot. With as few touches as possible. It's never going to bend. But you never know, do you? If you don't talk to them. Right. Flick overs. Didn't go enough in the right direction. Nice right, that was nice right foot, side foot though. Got a bit of power in that one. But the flick over didn't go far enough. So I couldn't have put any power into the ball. I just had to use that as my left foot and didn't go on target. That was slice as well. That's a very nice shot though. And a bit more showing off. Right, try again. Again. Used my thigh to get it over, but again didn't go far enough forward, so again I couldn't put any power into it with an immediate shot. Bit of tidying up. So I took that one a bit. I didn't have much pace either. I took that forward a bit with a touch off the thigh. That was. Yeah, that's. The same thing happened the other end. didn't quite do a good first touch off the wall, but when it bounced after touching it, it spun back to me, so I could flick it over my head, and that's a very nice finish. The plan is to flick it up like that, and then that's it. That's the plan. I think I missed that one when it wide, I think. But that's the plan. What I did then, but ideally score as well. Another back heel off the wall. Looked like another slows. Wasn't a bad move. Once I got it right, off the wall. Yet again, not a very good flick. So improvised. A bit more tidying up. Right, the headers now. Headers to do. Reckon I had to do 6 somehow. 6 consecutive headers. So that's 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yes. And then just got away from me. I just bounced over the blinking board, didn't it? So I didn't consider that was a success. Successful-ish, but not quite a success. That was 2 headers again. I tried that. I'm not sure why I tried that, but I tried that. Kent did well with it, but never near the goal. That's a nice dink. The practice loses a bit of intensity now because I think my time is up. And no one's come to kick me off, so I keep going, but that's nice as well. That wasn't really planned, just the way it fell. So I'm half waiting for someone to kick me off, but I keep going anyway. Alright, here comes the headers. Believe it or not. One. 6. 6. So that's routine, didn't I? And I picked it up to head it in. So that was successful. Right, I did that too many times this time. It wasn't 100% successful this time. Mind you, I only did one last time, didn't I? That was a nice run. Another dink again. And the worst of the lot. Yes, not only did I was waiting for someone to say, you know, off. I'd really gone through all my things to be done as well. I was trying to work out what to do with myself. So I overcompensate with that one. I put a spin on that dink, and as you can see, it's spun too far to the right. So in the end, I decide hopefully this will be it now. Oh, hang on, no. Back heel. Again, I haven't planned this commentary, it's just, I'm just watching it and I remember what I did. More back heels. You could argue I was doing most things for this camera, but from the other camera, I hardly ever get the ball on target. It's embarrassing. Right, this is probably going to be the flick over. Yes. Oh, dismissed. It's dragged wide. That one I got in there. The header was just a bit too high. Didn't look particularly graceful either. Flick over again. And in. wouldn't say those are becoming easy now, but they are becoming less difficult. Right, so I think what I decided now, I think this is it at last, because I'm coming nearer and nearer the camera. Oh, let's do some juggles on the move then. Going from to somewhere. I was trying to get to the edge of the penalty area. Flicked it okay. But I didn't go on track it, did it? I had porridge for the very first time. This cold spell. I'm not sure it's winter. It's not really winter yet, is it? Not winter in December. I had porridge day before yesterday. Bit more tidying up. Don't think that was petulant again. That was just tidying up. Right, now I'm going to head, pretty sure, I'm going to head for this camera. This camera you can see. Not really see, but you see through. Mostly left foot, of course. And the plan was to get to the, try and touch the gate, and then get the steps back, and ended up hitting the camera.
Too close.
I think that missed as well. Right. So now I'm going to go to the other camera and flick over just in front of it. So I use my right foot then, see? Look what happened. Go all over the shop. Alright, that's left as well, fair enough. I'm still going to that camera, but in a very roundabout way. Right. Back a bit. Flick. Bits. It was a bit too close to the wall. The flick. So I missed again. Sounded like that could have been a goal. That's a good run, though. Move to the left, and yes. Yes. I did a couple of Micon type outside of the left foot shots, but you can't see them, sadly, from this camera. And one at the towards the end, I was practically on the goal line. I tried it, and I hit the post, didn't I? Didn't go in. Right, so I finished that on that camera now. But at this end, I decided, oh, I haven't done a normal free kick. Oh, I thought. So I'll do a normal free kick. Just to show I can do that as well. There's a bit of tidying up going on, and then I realised, oh, perhaps I should do that free kick. After doing an aimless shot. But as I'm often saying, it's all exercise. I tweaked my groin a bit as well earlier on, about 5 minutes ago. So normal free kick from out to the left, back to the right. Hooray! And it actually went in as well. The funny thing is, I seem to hit those with less power than anything else. In theory, they should be have the most power in them. But never mind. That's it then. This has got 10, 9 less seconds to go. It's all over. Goodbye.